Just 2 weeks left in fantasy baseball. Time to put the last final touches on a championship. Hi, and welcome to Fantasy Baseball Weekly here on CBSSports.com. I'm Amber Wilson. 2007, if nothing else, has been a year of milestones, with Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez, Craig Biggio, and Frank Thomas all making history and adding bullet points on their Hall of Fame resumes. Sunday, it was Jim Thome's turn. With no outs in the bottom of the ninth, Thome hit a 2-run walk-off home run to give the White Sox a 9-7 victory. It was Thome's 500th career home run. He is the 23rd player on the 500 home run list and the third player to reach 500 this season. The White Sox have been good for history this season. Mark Burley tossed a no-hitter in May. Bobby Jenks tied the all-time consecutive retired batters record in August, and now Thome's 500th in September. However, they've only been able to put together 64 wins and are presently in dead last in the AL Central. Over in the National League, the San Francisco Giants are in last place in the West with only 66 wins on the season, and their top slugger will be sidelined for a little bit in Week 25. Barry Bonds injured his right big toe in left field Saturday and left the game. He'll be out at least a couple of days, so it might be wise to stay clear of Bonds as he sits on number 762 in home runs. On the other side of the standings are the New York Mets. They've been in first place in the NL East the whole way, and even after a weekend sweep at the hands of the Phillies, the Mets still hold a 3.5-game lead. Sunday, David Wright hit his 30th home run to go along with his 31 steals on the season. Wright becomes the third player in franchise history to join the 30-30 club, along with current hitting coach Howard Johnson and Darryl Strawberry. Wright is hitting almost .350 since the All-Star break with 14 homers and 46 driven in. Lost in the Phillies' third series sweep of the Mets on the season was Saturday's pitching performance by Pedro Martinez. In his third start, Pedro Martinez left the game leading, but picked up a no decision. He went 6 innings, giving up just 1 earned, and struck out a season-high 9 batters. He's 2-0 since returning to the rotation, giving up just 3 earned in 17 innings while striking out a batter an inning. And on the other end of the NL East standings are the Florida Marlins, who have only 65 wins and about that many fans turning out for their home games. Well, that's awful. But a player that was predicted to get hot on this very show a week ago, Miguel Cabrera, looks to be ending the season on the right note. Cabrera hit his first home run since September 2nd on Saturday, and it was his first Major League Grand Slam. Cabrera has hit safely now in 11 straight games, going 18 for 42 during that span. And we welcome in the man who predicted that Cabrera was ready for a turnaround, senior fantasy baseball analyst Eric Mack. All right, Eric, give us some more guys here that could be ready for a turnaround.
Well, you're going to be expecting this now, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Really, we just got lucky. Saying Miguel Cabrera was going to get hot is like saying you should start Alex Rodriguez. He was just due. Who's next? Well, let's go with Jose Reyes. He's heating up, but due to a prolonged slump, he's still just hitting .241 in September. He's much better than that. Obviously, he'll get hot. The Mets' whole lineup should have a great week with 7 games against the Marlins and Nationals pitching. Those are terrible stats.
Okay, no. You're not going to get off that easy. I have high expectations here now down the stretch. So Reyes is a must-start already in all leagues. Give us some guys who aren't owned that maybe we could pick up to help us out during crunch time.
Well, let's go around the diamond because everybody has different needs at this point.
Right.
Catcher Chris Snyder is hot in an pennant race. First base, James Loney. He's been one of the best stars of the second half. Second and third base, Sean Figgins is back from injury and hot at short. Khalil Green is always a favorite of mine. He's been popping some homers for the Padres. In the outfield, William Opeña is soaring with full-time bats in Washington. And Aubrey Huff is hot since the break. And Nate McCluth, he's been a rotisserie sleeper with speed and power.
All right, you went around the diamond, but how about some pitchers?
Yeah, there are some obvious two-start pitchers with good matchups that are good value at this time. But Jair Jorgens, a one-start pitcher, he's going to be taking turns for the resurgent Tigers every 5th day, especially because they're going to use a 4-man rotation down the stretch. Mike Mussina's getting starts for the potent Yankees again. They're going to a 6-man rotation, and Mussina was decent the last time out. And Cole Hamels, he's returning from a sore elbow for a 2-start week. The Phillies are a good team. That's a good pitcher. It's a crapshoot trusting stopgaps at this point, but there are some guys there with some big names that you can use.
Okay, thanks for the advice, Eric. Keep your mouse clicking right here at CBSSports.com for everything you need to know in the world of sports. And if you missed anything here today, stop, refresh, and rewatch. For Eric Mack, I'm Amber Wilson. Have a great week.